rook e5, and here I can maybe go queen g1. So d4 is also interesting, but here I think white could survive with queen c5 or queen c4, or at least the king starts somehow running away. Although I'm pretty sure here everything wins. I just think that queen g5 is the absolute cleanest, followed by c5. Just like no doubt, no doubter. But after rook e5, queen c5, that's what happens. First, the win becomes a bit harder, and then little by little, you end up sort of making it so hard that it's already very hard to win. I've tried playing out winning positions against an engine, and that's how I noticed. That's what I noticed, right? Sometimes you just have a relatively easy win, then you miss a couple of easy wins, and then the win just becomes harder and harder, and then at some point it just becomes almost impossible to find. So queen g4, king d2, takes, c5. Yeah, I mean, here maybe this and then d4 was better, and then somehow a4, rook c5. But c5 here maybe wasn't the best because it ended up taking away a square from the rook. And yeah, so already this one is, it's still winning for black mathematically because of the material. But already, as you could see, white's pieces are very active, and suddenly white has this sort of practical initiative. And eventually got to the point that black made a very unfortunate blunder, which is sort of oftentimes what happens, right? When your win becomes harder and harder, and you end up spending time, energy, you end up getting tired and end up making some kind of a blunder. So this is what happened. And here white already has a strong idea. What is it? Knight g6, we just take on g6, right? Yes, knight g5, of course, because you cannot take because of knight e7, and then black ended up going here, and this already is not so easy because white won that pawn, and then he ended up winning another pawn, and now this a pawn became passed, and while this endgame was still not so clear, white ended up completely turning the game around and ended up even winning the game. So it just goes to show how, all it takes is a few inaccuracies, then the win becomes harder, and then, a big mistake, and then suddenly the win is gone, right? So it just goes to show how you have to be very careful. Okay, I was planning to show a game with Navarra, but it's going to take a long time, so I'll show it instead of a little bit more of a quickie. Ding against Ferrugia. It's a rapid game. So in this game, Ding had a very nice position against Ferrugia out of the opening. So Black's concept was sort of to try to stop white from playing c4, but white ended up playing it anyway, because it looks like it works out well for white. Now here maybe black should try this, but he decided to play principled and take it. But it turns out in this position, white has a very good compensation for the pawn. Black did win the pawn, but white has a very strong center, better quality pieces, kind of initiative. So if bishop d4, then we play knight f3 or knight b3. And if queen d4, then we play knight c4. So castles, knight b3, queen e7, bishop g5, queen a3, rook d3, knight a4, h4, c5, takes, and knight c4. And white ended up actually winning a full queen. Yes, Linzer Abbey, yes. Bishop here, takes, h5, b5. Now, Ferrugia does an excellent job of making things very complicated. Wait, no, I don't think it was Windsor's Abbey. I think it was the tournament before that, even the one in April. I think the first Magnus Challenge or something like that. If I remember correctly. Rook f3, c3, a3. So if takes, then queen a2 is the idea, I think. So he played here. And here, okay, white is, of course, should be much better, right? Completely winning because he has just queen for a rook. But black has these two passed pawns, right? So it's still not resignable for black. And here Ding made a mistake. White is completely winning here, but only in one way. So what is the way?